Welcome to here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the Upper Mississippi River Valley. We're making some good progress here on field 27 as far as the barley harvest is concerned. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the last bit of the field that needs to be harvested here. Unless, I don't know, let's go check the map here a minute. I know, of course, they kind of started in the middle of the field here, so I'm not sure if it finished up this end or not. Here, let's, yes, it did. Okay, so yep, that end of the field is already, already finished. So we just got, maybe a small quarter of the field left somewhere in there. Taking away a couple of trucks of barley here so far. In fact, we should be able to check and see what's here. Our time-saving stock check. We got 355,000 liters of barley here down at the Minneapolis train station there so far. Not too shabby there, if you ask me. Looking pretty good. And then also, in between episodes, Evan, I spent a bunch of time here, and oh my goodness, this is a lot of work here trying to do this, but I spent a bunch of time trying to smooth out this ditch in here. I think I've got it pretty good here. It's maybe not perfect, everyone, but I've got it the best I can, just trying to match the terrain here, just so it's relatively flat. A little bit hard to tell here, too, the shrubby stuff in here. There might be, there's like a spot right there that probably should be smoothed out. Let's maybe see once if we can fix that here a little bit. One of those things where you just kind of have to, like, run across the ground and just look at it, because, you know, telling from this view of it, it looks pretty good, right? But then if you look at where I'm standing here, actually, now where I'm standing here, no, there we go. Okay, you gotta almost stand back here and get a view of it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, really hard to tell. So let's do, is that the one? Yeah, soften. I think that's the one I want, right? Make that a little bit bigger. Well, maybe not quite that big. Oh, yeah, I can see it smoothing out there a little bit. Yeah, like I said, I had a hard time trying to get this all smooth out of it. The problem here is, like, if I use the smooth mode here, it's just going to try to smooth it out. It's not going to do a real good job at, like, leveling it off. So we need to, like, level it first. And that is supposed to be, I think, with this one. In fact, they call it the level mode. I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong. I could not get that level mode to work well. Again, I haven't really done a whole lot of terraforming here in Farming Simulator 22. And, well, as we've discussed before, Giants has taken controls that worked pretty good back in Farming Simulator 19. I mean, they definitely could have been improved upon, I think. But they took those controls, and I think most of us would probably agree they made them significantly worse. So, yeah. Not sure what Giants was thinking when they did that one, but... Oh, yeah, I can definitely see it's smoothing out a little bit there. Yeah, I think this is where I had some problems with the level mode. I'd go leveling across here and just, it's almost like it raised up all the time. I'm like, why? It's not like just leveling. It's like also raising. I'm like, where is it getting this level from? I don't know. Yeah, it was a bit annoying. And like I said, it took me quite a bit of time to get this all smoothed out. And here I am this episode even smoothing it more yet. Still looks like there's a little bit of here that needs some, yeah, I see the ground moving there. If we make this a little bit bigger. There we go. This is usually my favorite tool to use with something like this, by the way, of course. The only thing, again, I don't know how well it would work with this one, just because, again, we had to, bring the... Actually, no, we can test it over here. I don't think it will work for this, but I could be wrong. Actually, no, this ditch looks like it's a little bit narrower, so it might actually work better. Make that the biggest size. Yeah, see, it's lowering it down. I don't really want to lower that down, Evan. So what I was doing, make that a little bit smaller here. Use maybe a little bigger than that. Use the level tool and just go across it. So get it leveled out here first. And just picking the wider side of the ditch here to... Problem here in this case, both sides are probably not exactly the same. It's actually looking better than I think I did on the first ditch here. It probably helps too. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this ditch is narrower than the last. In fact, I know it's narrower than the last ditch was definitely a lot wider than this one, so that helps a lot. This is going much, much quicker. Again, the plan is I'm going to buy field 28 here as well. I've not actually done that yet. I should probably do that here. I want to work on plowing up this ground here at this episode. I've got the plow. At least I think I've got the plow. I'll double check that. Pretty sure the plow's over there. Yeah, see, it's getting a little bit wider. I mean, this is where things start getting a little bit tricky. And then some of these areas, it drops down, like from the field, it drops down to the grassy part, then it drops down to the ditch again. It's like, oh boy. And then what level do I pick? Do I pick the level that's on this side of the ditch? Do I pick the level that's on that side of the ditch? I don't know. Pick one and go with it, I guess. Oh, see, that one did something wrong there. Yeah, so here I go, making a mess of it again, and it's kind of raising it up, and yeah, boy. At the same time, I need to raise that part up a little bit, too, from the looks of it. So hopefully the smoothing tool, actually, we're almost done here. Might as well just finish this here a minute, at least try to anyway. We're almost to the other end. I think the ditch is widening out on this end, isn't it? Water must flow this way, apparently. Which would make sense. I think we are going downhill. At least it feels like we're going downhill this way. I could be wrong, Evan, but... And of course, this particular tool here, the level tool, you notice it does like remove the field and stuff like that. It paints the grass terrain. If you use the soften tool, and the soften tool does not do that, which is kind of nice. Okay, there we go. And then we just kind of take a quick flyby. That should be just a little bit more there, maybe. There we go. Take a quick flyby down this. Now that we got the tile job complete, it looks like we got a little bit of work up there. Yeah, again, some of this shrubby stuff, kind of helps, or I should say doesn't help either, because you kind of look through there and I can't quite tell, you know, what's going on there. Yeah, this looks like it needs a little bit of help here. Yeah, maybe not that much help, though. That's the problem. That might be too much help. Okay, and we're back. Had to go answer the door there a moment. Let's see, where were we at? Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oh, looks like this spot here needs a little bit of help yet. Oh, yeah, there we go. Again, you want to try to get it somewhat close of them before you use the... Oh, yeah, don't want that one there. Before you use the soften tool. Otherwise, yeah, the soften tool, it doesn't do the greatest job. At least in my opinion, anyway. This spot here doesn't quite look right either, does it? Like I said, again, sometimes kind of hard to tell from the view of one. Almost you have to basically literally just get out and, let's see, I'm at the wrong one, right? Yes, I need to run over here. Run over this way here a minute. Make sure we're going the right way. And again, we'll grab the plow here in a minute. Let's smooth this out. Also, make sure we buy field 28 there as well. I wonder what number that one is going to be. Field 20 is field 28 actually going to be like property 28? Because I don't know about you folks, that really threw me for a loop there when we bought field 27. Because field 27 is actually property 26. However, property 26, or no, property 27 is actually field 26. So yeah, that's still throwing me for a loop. Yeah, that's not looking too shabby, I don't think. If we run the smoothing tool down this. Again, you kind of see like the lifts. Oh, this part needs maybe a little bit. Yeah, we definitely need to fix that a little bit more yet. Back to the landscaping mode here. Bring that up just a little bit more. Okay, and then soften. Just make that the biggest size. don't know what that black streak across the screen is, but that's weird. Oh, probably a bird or something. I don't think Giants ever quite finished figuring out the smearing issue with their graphics. I don't know if this comes across on the video or not. Maybe just something wrong with my computer. I don't know. But yeah, ever since Farming Simulator 22 has been out, you'll see the smearing of graphics occasionally. Some stuff just doesn't quite look right, if you know what I mean. Like, what in the world? Why is that smearing itself across the screen? It's leaving a trail, essentially, right? Oh, and going back to what I was saying here a few moments ago, Trevin, talking about how the level tool, you notice how it'll paint grass and remove field and stuff like that. The smoothing tool does not. It's, I'm using this out. I'm out in the middle of the field here, just trying to, get this as smooth as possible all the way out there. And it's not doing anything to the field. Now, it is removing the straw, as you can see. It is doing that, but not doing anything else. Well, there we go. I think that's about as good as we can get here. We'll run back up it one more time here. And that went much, much quicker than it did here trying to figure out that other ditch. Again, that ditch, I think, was a little bit wider. So that made it a little bit more difficult. And, two, I kept having problems with the leveling tool. I tried to level and just, like, no, you're raising up. You're not leveling. I don't know if the level tool is just, like, find, like, a random high spot. And like, okay, yep, we're raising everything up to that level. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Definitely doesn't work near as good as it did back in the Farming Simulator 19. That's for sure, everyone. Oh, and I gotta mention, one of the main reasons I did this one too is I kept having problems with the combine. If you notice my courseplay course here, I've got courseplay running on the combine, of course, and the grain cart too, for that matter. I kept having problems with the combine getting into the ditch here because there was only one headland. Courseplay, can I get this to show up somehow? Yes, if I go to the screen. I can only get Courseplay to do one headland on this field. Seems to me it should at least do two, but it didn't even want to do two at once, so one headland is what it was. I'm like, oh well, is what it is. Not much I can do about that. But Courseplay run with that. So that was one of the reasons why I filled the ditch in between episodes here as well. Courseplay kept getting down into that, and yeah, that was not good. So anyway, let's grab the plow here. I've got the John Deere 9RX 9570 RX, I should say, maybe. Or yeah, the 9RX 570. That's the new way of saying it, I guess. This is the 9570 RX, the old clunky one, right? I believe the new one is the 9RX 590, I think. I don't think they have the 570 anymore. I think they pretty much just took everything and like bumped it up about 20. So, 570 is now the 590. The 620 is now the 640. I think, did they go all the way down to the 470? So 470 is probably now the 490. And I'm pretty sure there's one in between there. I'm trying to remember. What is the one in between? There's a 5. Actually, it might be in the... Let's just go look at the shop, everyone. There might be one in here. Let's see what we got here. Where's the 9RXs? There's that one. That's the in-game one. Download the modded ones, be my recommendation, everyone. Modded ones usually have a few more options, especially if you're over on the American side of things and you're looking for more American-style options. Definitely recommend that. That is the 2019. So we're looking for the... There we go, the 2022. 440. I didn't even know. Really? They actually go down to 440, huh? Okay, 440, 490, 540. That's the one. Used to be 520 then, probably. 590 and 640. And again, you can usually tell the 2022 models, everyone, just add a few angles to like the exhausts and, hood components and, stuff like that, right? Kind of an interesting air intake there as well, I might say. This is not quite straight across here, is it? Well, we're just going to make the best of it, and looks like I might have to level this off just a little bit more there. Okay, back to the construction here a minute, because we'll probably actually have to use the level one, and I'll have to plow across that again, I think, everyone. I don't think that the smoothing one is necessarily going to fix that, so... There we go. That should be enough, maybe. Let's just make sure. Go way out there. There we go. And then to the smooth one. Make the smooth one as big as it'll go. Probably better be careful I don't get too close to the edge, otherwise it will smooth that out. That's possibly what happened. Maybe when I was smoothing, I might have got a little too close there. Ooh. Make this turn. Maybe not. Again, we've got crop destruction turned on that one, so I don't want to go turning through the crops here. Otherwise, to be honest, I probably would have there. I mean, I guess we still could turn through the crops. I'm going to just end up destroying them. I'd rather not do that. After we just bent the frame on our plow there. There we go. Oh, yeah. Much, much better one. I think we got that ditch out far enough now. Won't be dropping the plow off on the side there. Oh, okay. Careful there. Didn't think I was going to do that again, but I guess... Whoa. A little close there. Okay, noted. No sharp turns with the plow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Is there stones on this field? Yeah, there's stones on this field, isn't there? Oh, boy. I might have to run over just a little bit of crop here. Just a little bit. And again, I don't think we have to plow the entire field. That one, just a little section here that we want to make it into a field. Actually, technically, I could probably grab a cultivator if I wanted to. I do have the mod that will let me turn ground into a field using a cultivator. I believe that's on the official Farming Simulator mod hub for those who are looking for that mod. Console or a PC only, I'm sure. Not available for the console, if I had to guess. I'm sure that's another one of those scripting mods that are strictly forbidden on the console. And yes, I've seen that missing grass spot. You know what? I might not have OCD about, getting 100% of my crops or maybe planting 100% or something like that. But this case, I probably do have a little bit of OCD. I am going to get 100% of this. Also, I'm going to plow under just a little bit of the barley, unfortunately, because apparently somebody got a little close with their leveling tool. Whoops. Hard to get good help nowadays, isn't it? Taking out just a little bit more there, too. That's just bad driving. I mean, nothing wrong with my driving. No, nothing. A little bit of an angle there. I'm not sure I like that. I don't know if I can smooth that out or not. I'm going to try, though. Let's grab the smooth tool here again. And this shouldn't, I don't think, remove the plowing, so... Yep, I see it changing. I like that. Hopefully, at least I think I like that better. Oh, yeah. That looks a lot better to me, Evan. Something we might just have to do is, we're going across, Evan. If we see a spot, might just have to stop a minute, grab the smooth tool, see if we can smooth it out a little bit more. I wonder how that ditch worked, because it feels like we're going downhill here. That ditch went up that way. Probably should go check the trucks here again fairly. Actually, speaking of trucks, I think, am I missing a truck? Oh, do I got a truck? Oh, I do have a truck. I probably should tell you to finish driving your route, which reminds me, speaking of route, by the way, I keep forgetting about the Kubota that's over on field 42 here. I think I was talking about weeds here a few episodes back out, and I wasn't sure what to do about this field. But then I had what I thought was a genius idea. At least I think it's a genius idea. Why don't I run the weeder across it? That should take care of it, right? Then I don't have to spray it. I don't have to worry about see and spray system or anything like that. Just run the weeder and be done with it. So, again, genius if you ask me, right, everyone? I should really look at getting maybe a bigger weeder, though, so it doesn't take quite so long. I believe the estimated course time on that was like 5 or 6 hours or something like that. It's probably down to, what's it down to now, I wonder? It's been running for like an hour or two. 3 hours and 11 minutes. So, yeah. It's going down slowly. Anyway, let's head over to the comment section, see what you folks had to say. Also, before I read the comments here, just a reminder, too, if you haven't already clicked the subscribe button, Evan, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, once you are subscribed, make sure you turn on your notifications. You get notified of the latest, greatest RDAllen video going live. And then if you'd like to follow me on the rest of my social media channels, you can find that good information down below in the description there. Anyway, with that being said, let's head over to the comments here a minute. Let's see. Norquise? I'm probably not saying her name right. Was saying, finally got done with harvest, so busy time is over. Now just gotta binge watch these videos until snow time. There you go. There you go. And glad to hear you're done with harvest there. I know harvest is like just starting here in Michigan. A lot of the soybeans have been harvested here at this point. There's still some left yet, of course. And most of the corn is still out there, so there's a lot of corn to go yet. I've seen a few fields that farmers have started harvesting, but like I said, most of the fields around here, of corn anyway, again, still need to be harvested yet. And we're only, let's see, what are we? Mid-October already. So yeah, it is getting towards time here. The weather has not been very cooperative here the last couple weeks, though, I would say. Cold, wet, dark, and rainy. Just not very nice weather, if you ask me. Hatcher was saying, good video. My brakes are really bad. I wonder if it's the game or my controller, or is the weight of the trailer pushing the tractor in Farming Simulator 22. I know the weight will definitely have a severe effect on your brakes, though that was kind of weird because that was with the grain cart last episode, right? I don't know if I've ever had that before, so that's what kind of maybe threw me off on that one. But yeah, if you're using like OP trailers and stuff like that, everyone, it will definitely affect your braking performance. Also, you know, depending, maybe if you're using a modded piece of equipment, maybe the mod author just doesn't have the brakes set well enough. You know, they're not set high enough. It's all settings you can adjust in the mod as far as like how much brake force do you want. You know, crank that number up, right? Chuck Willie's Fishing was saying, oh no, Randy, don't send your truck to the train station because you forgot to unload. That's a Yellowstone joke, the TV show. I'm afraid I don't get that joke, but okay. Maybe some of those you watch and do, so good for you. Sean was saying, hey, RDAllen, great video. Thank you very much for that again. Looks like you're going to need other grain cart. Why don't you just get the other grain cart out there and go get a mother bin so you can focus on harvesting the field, not have to worry about the trucks? Please try the mother bin. Sean here really seems to want me to try a mother bin here. And the mother bin, the concept behind a mother bin, Evan, is basically just a buffer tank between your grain cart and your trucks. Speaking of the trucks, I should go check them again, see where we're at here. Looks like that one might be almost full, or is full. Yes, he is full. Let's get him headed back here a minute. Keep the trucks rolling here. Speaking of which, the red truck is not back yet. Seems like he should be about back by now. Oh, he's heading back. Okay. Yes, the impenetrable wall of chaff. Also, this must be a 6-wheel drive truck. It looks like the front tires that are spinning. I had to chuckle about that. Like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is an in-game truck, I think, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Isn't this the Mac? Yeah. This is the in-game Mack truck. Apparently, Giants made it 6-wheel drive. I mean, okay, whatever. Now, I guess I do have the mod that adds differential locks and stuff like that. I don't think that would add this to the truck, but I don't know. Maybe it would. You know, and I better wait to start this truck here. Otherwise, we're going to have a little crash here between the white truck and the red truck. Okay, there we go. And then let me hop in the red truck here. We'll drive the red truck on the field. And this is how I've been handling the trucking, by the way, for those you wondered. I pretty much just keep a couple of empty trucks on the field, try to keep an eye on them, and I let Horseplay do its thing. Unless, of course, I feel like harvest, and then I've got to run the grain cart and the combine, or set up auto drive. Typically, in that case, I just run the grain cart and the combine myself. Everyone? Rex Mathis was asking, what's a decent, not so expensive computer to play games on? Ooh, that is a good question. That is a very good question. And this reminds me of the answer I typically give in this case. First off, Evan, I always recommend going with a PC. Unless you absolutely need the mobility of a laptop, don't ever even think about considering a laptop. Like, throw that idea out of your mind and never, ever consider it again. The laptop should be like the furthest thing from your mind. I would never, ever consider a laptop. Hopefully I've pounded that into your brains now. Don't ever even think about considering a laptop unless you absolutely need the mobility. And the reason I say that on a desktop, you're going to get more performance for less money. It's just more bang for your buck. Again, unless you absolutely need the mobility. Tib is saying, again, more performance. Usually you don't have heat issues. You got far more upgrade options. In the future, maybe down the road, you have a few $100s, throw a better graphics card in it. You can't really do that with a laptop. You want some more RAM? Yeah, sometimes you can do that with a laptop, but some of the laptops nowadays you can't even do that with. So a desktop, throw more RAM in it. The parts are always going to be cheaper typically. And again, the parts are typically always going to be better. A desktop graphics card versus a mobile graphics card, the desktop graphics card will always beat the laptop graphics card, probably 2-to-1. Okay, maybe slightly, I don't know. That's probably not really an exaggeration either. That probably literally is 2-to-1. I'd have to go look at the, like the benchmarks here on some of the newer, maybe like 4000 series. So speaking of which, good, expensive, or not expensive computer, that's kind of tricky nowadays, everyone. I've always said usually spending about $1,000 will get you a really good computer. I don't know if that's quite true or not anymore because stuff has gotten really expensive. Thanks, Biden. Economics. Anyway, so yeah. Computer components have gotten expensive, so you could probably still build yourself a pretty good one for $1,000 and or buy a pretty good one for $1,000. You might have to get yourself more into maybe the $1,500 mark if you want to get a good one. And my recommendation has always been to go like with the 60 series card. And when I say 60 series, for those of you familiar with like the NVIDIA graphics cards, 60 series is usually their lowest of their high-end product, or their normal-end products, maybe I should say, whatever you want to call them. With that being said, NVIDIA's 4000 series graphics cards are quite expensive, Evan, so I would personally probably look for something like with maybe a 3060 in it. Personally, I kind of hate going last gen, Evan. If you're spending the money, try to, go maybe the newest, but again, the 4000 is quite expensive, Evan, so I might go with try to find something like a 3060 in it. Or if you like AMD, you can go with oh, that's right, we got to buy the field yet. Maybe go with the AMD equivalent. Oh boy, right off the top of my head, I don't know what the AMD equivalent is, but let's see. Let's go buy ourselves a field here a minute. Field 66 is actually, is it actually 6? No, it's 28. Okay. Okay. I don't have enough money. Oh, my. I need some money for this field, don't I? Wow, that's $500,000. Okay. Well, fine. We can borrow that. Please wait. I'll be back in a couple years once I've clicked, borrow $5,000 at a time here. I don't know what Giants was thinking with this. I mean, $5,000, like $5,000 in farming. Really? I think we'll just go straight to $1 million here, just so we have a little extra spending cash. There we go. Man, and I just had that loan paid off too yet, everyone. Just paid it off. Here we are borrowing money again. Oh well. Good cause, good cause. Anyway, looking at time, it looks like I better wrap it up here for this episode. So with that, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching, and till next time. Off camera real quick, by the way, I'm going to continue plowing this up. We'll probably finish up the field, and we'll come back next episode. We'll probably have a little bit of field work to do, and hopefully maybe start planting some double crop soybeans.